Hi everyone, it's Sam here, and it's time for a review of the debut African project from Empire Records titled Where We Come From, Volume 1. Empire Records, marketed as Empire, is an American distribution company and record label founded in 2010 with offices in New York City, London, and the rest. Although it has records in many other genres, hip hop is where it focuses most of its attention. With the help of agreements with a number of well known brands and artists, Empire is able to release music on a variety of online and offline platforms, including iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, SoundCloud, and the likes. Empire routinely signs up new talent and has sponsored the debut albums and early singles of a lot of early musicians which have charted on Billboard, including Taste by Tiger featuring Offset and XXX Tentacion Look at Me. The American record company Empire announced the release of their first ever African compilation album, Where We Come From Volume 1, as part of the ongoing explosion of African music on American radio waves. This announcement was made in conjunction with Nigerian artist Kizz release of the single song of the album, Cough. The album Where We Come From Volume 1 is intended to highlight the rising worldwide talents from the label's constantly expanding roster across the continent and to demonstrate Africa's capacity to promote togetherness through music. By emphasizing and advancing the exploits of African musicians like Fireboy, Benson, Black Sherif, and the likes, Empire Africa expanded Empire's already existing popularity in America. With its roster dominating Apple Music's Nigerian top songs chart, Empire Records has seen much recent success with Ashake's Mr. Mono the Vibe becoming the highest charting debut Nigerian album of all time on the Billboard 200 alongside Kizz setting records as the most streamed artist on Boomplay. Also, Kiddy went platinum in India for his hit single Touch It featuring Tiger. Now on the album Where We Come From, Volume 1. The lead-up track was lovely because of the tension it set and kinda gave the album a good launch feel with the fast-paced amapiano upbeat which is prone to make you wanna engage in some crazy dance moves. Plus, the chorus is on a whole different level of creating a progressive, exciting mood. That is, the track keeps affecting your mood positively every time you listen. The track's message was just about living a life that makes you feel good, regardless of the problems you face. Just chop life. 2 tracks into the album, I would say I was literally releasing myself and feeling good with the harmonic songs which had compulsive hooks. Call featuring Kizz was brilliantly constructed from the intro to the snappy verses, pre-chorus, and then chorus. Everything was just likable. Dance for Me featuring Kiddy and Benson was a very romantic, soulful, heartwarming track, which was occupied by top-notch verses and an irresistible hook. Also, the piano backing on the track Fire could be best described as sex-pleasing, fast-paced, progressive music that drove speedily towards the end and still felt amazing. Some of the tracks were just provoking repetition of upsetting phrases like Team For You featuring LAX and June Freedom. Track was just asymmetrically progressing with no sense of sweetness or cheat vibes. Or the inaudible lines delivered by Olamide on Win Someone. Man just sang like he was on a competition for the deepest vocals. Plus, the track felt like he was catching fun. No deep lines, just be on the beat and spit sun-smithing line. Run featuring Black Sherif was sensible and had an impressive pen presentation. Track was all about the components of depression, which I feel felt genuine and real because it was an empathetic track that sounded like the creator experiences everything he let out in the song. Breaking the Afro tension set by the previous tracks with Off-White featuring Check towards the end of the album was just annoying and upsetting. Disturbing hip-hop track which would feel or sound better as an alone track as it disconnects from the album. Making Asake deliver some lines on his usual patterned sound was an interesting initiative as it felt like real Asake music, but Tiwa Savage on that was just there. I personally don't feel she should have been anchored on that track. Also, Loaded doesn't suit an outro track as it didn't give the cutting close truth. Felt like there was still more music to be listened to. Thematically, the album produces a sense of love and affection on most tracks, except for some few left-sided tracks which stood out with a different message. My overall impression on this album was an exciting start, which then leads on to some mid tracks mixed with some good ones. Plus, the track sequencing was a bad one as musically the tracks didn't pass the baton well to the next runner. Just felt like a random compilation of alone and lonely tracks to form a concept album. Genuinely, I feel like Empire Records are too experienced to present such a disappointing record which dive below expectation. I believe debut records are often the most significant release in an artist's career. Even if improvement would definitely occur maybe on the next volume, I still think The first records defines their musical mission. I'm feeling a strong 5. That's all for this review. Let me know your thoughts on this album. Like this video if you like, or dislike if you don't like. Also hit the subscribe button to become a Lego member of this community. Thanks for watching. Where we come from, Empire. Peace.